Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Survival on Mars. This is Stationeers, and I'm level 36. Last episode, we got our initial habitat set up and our basic tools and locked down all of our stuff in the event of a dust storm. This episode, we'll be focusing on continuing our survival here, while we do have plenty of starting supplies to keep us alive for a while, water, food, and things like that. We'll need to get some hydroponics set up fairly quickly to allow us to grow our own food and survive, theoretically, indefinitely. Obviously, there's a little bit more to that with some gas filtering and some other things we'll need, but our starting oxygen supply should last quite some time. But once we get our initial hydroponics set up, depending on how long that takes, we might be able to go do some starting mining and get some additional tool benches set up in our outdoor manufacturing area. So let's get right into it. So for growing things, we need an atmosphere, which we have. We set this up last time, a simple sealed room that serves as a greenhouse. We've released about 50 kPa of atmosphere into this area from our oxygen tank that we start off with. We need water, which the game starts us off with a big old water tank and some additional water in here in a water tank. Seeds. We start off with 3, the potato, the wheat, and soybeans. Hydroponics trays, and some lights. Now, the sun does work as a light, which we will use to start, because our power situation is a little less than ideal for now. But once we get some more stable power, we can use the grow light to grow our plants around the clock. So, to start off, let's grab our tank connector. This will allow us to mount one of our larger tanks to the ground and pull water out of, well, specifically our water tank. And I think we're going to set up, so the sun comes this way, we'll set up our hydroponics on this side of the enclosure. So we'll put our tank probably, this isn't much space to work with, but let's put our tank, yeah, we'll put it over here. So we'll have to move our air tank out of the way. Gets a little cramped in this starting area, but it is just enough space to get all set up in. Okay. That is our tank set down, and now we'll set up our hydroponics trays. So these let us grow things. Set these up starting in this block over here. Set up all 5 of them we start with, even though we won't be filling them all just off the start. We might actually, yeah, we can plumb that in a minute. We will take our pipes. I'm gonna put a T pipe in so we can plumb in some extra stuff. And then pipe in all our hydroponics trays. And grab our big old water tank. So now our water tank is connected, our hydroponics trays are here. So we can grab our seed and plant our first seed. Let's go with our potatoes and plant 1 potato. So a little bit of information we get here from the tooltip. Our potato is thriving towards fruiting. It is in darkness right now, so no sunlight, no potato grow. But this will hopefully grow us a potato in a few days' time. Uh-oh, my suit's kind of running out of energy. Got about 10% left, mostly because I've been using my light. When you're in an interior environment, you're not using much power for life support, but I think for now we'll swap these two out, because that will start to charge from the battery outside. And if we need to, this runs down, we'll swap them out again. And honestly, we can probably turn our airlock off for now to just let that charge and not have any parasitic draws. But in addition to being able to grow things, we'll need to use this water to drink as well, and to clean ourselves, because we do like to shower. So to do that, with our remaining pipes, we are going to set up a water bottle filler. This can be placed on the wall over here, or our window more aptly. Let's actually just put it right here. Oops, that's upside down. Not that it technically matters, but, you know, some things you just want it to be a little more aesthetic. So let's actually move it over one. Put it there. If we grab our wrench in this hand, should be able to just extend that out. Don't have to disconnect pipes to extend them. I want to check on which side this is. So this is our inline tank, or our liquid storage. The right orientation. It wants it to be down. That right next to it as well, and we'll have to take that pipe up. Let's not take our floor out, though. And we're almost out of liquid pipes. So, for now, not going to worry about that. Just going to plumb everything back together. And we will need some power over here, because the water bottle filler does require power. So yeah, I think we might run out of our initial starting resources here. But that's as good as an opportunity as any to set up, go do some mining, and get set up with some additional resources. Oh, yeah. Plumbing's in the way there. Let's just cut our wire out. If I can find it. I'd have to go outside to do this. Drives the airlock. Make sure the helmet's closed. And just jet back up there. Run this wire down. Power to the bench. And power to our water bottle filter. It is a new day. We should hopefully get a little bit of power from our solar panel. But when we're out mining, we'll also look for some coal so that we can run our solids generator to really top these batteries off quickly. A little bit of the pressure in here. All right. We can also just unpack this. and toss that in there. So now we can see that the potato is growing. Once this one grows, we'll replant it to grow some more potatoes. We have enough starting food to last us a pretty decent amount of time. Now, if we drink a little bit of water and toss it in our water bottle filler, that should fill on up. Very nice. And we can also wire up our microwave, the all-important microwave. All hail Chef Mike. We got a pretty decent starting base set up here, though. And we've got plenty of water still, so we won't have to worry about that for a little while we set up the rest of our base and get some water filtration and other things all set up. Let's grab our mining supplies, as we are going to go out and do some basic mining. I think for this series I'll record mining this episode, but mostly do that off camera or cut it out in future. It's a little tedious, good to know how to do, but until we get some more fancy mining tools, it's just a lot of running around and clicking on ore veins. Use this box. Yeah, this one's mostly empty as a storage for our mining supplies. So we get another mining belt, some spooky mining charges. Let's we'll store those for now. Maybe we'll grab some, go have some fun with that. We don't really need the flare gun. We are going to take the tracking beacon, head inside and set this up. The reason I do it inside is, again, if we get caught in a dust storm, this will blow away, and I don't really want to lose this off the start of the game. It's very useful to be able to find our way home. Obviously, we just have a little battery in there, so can't stay out too long, otherwise it'll run down and we'll lose our direction home. We're going to drop our tool belts in here, grab our mining belt, grab our tablet, and toss our tracker in here, make sure that's working. Yep. Off our flares and our solar charger, because we shouldn't really be needing those either. Take our extra mining belt. This one's just empty. That'll be useful for storing some ore. And then let's open up our current mining belt. Drop off this pickaxe. Grab our mining drill. We are actually going to swap our batteries here, even though that one's not fully charged. The larger battery will be convenient, and we will take some of these mining charges. Never really played with them before, so we'll see how it goes. I think we're all ready to go for a little mining expedition. Luckily, we have some pretty good resources right around our base here. So the first thing we're going to look for to help our power situation out is some coal. You can burn coal in the solids generator. It's super inefficient to start because we don't have enough space to really, or enough power capacity to hold all the power. But we found a little coal vein, it looks like, right next to the base. Hopefully it was more than just one node of coal. But it might not have been. Spend too much time mining in one spot. If we don't find any more, we'll just move on. Yeah, it seems like it continues more up here. So iron as well, that's appreciated. We're only needing lots and lots of iron. Luckily, as the game progresses, we can get a little bit more automatic with ore collection until it's totally automatic. but that is a little bit more mid to late game kind of things. For now, doing the hand mining routine. Ideally, I'm looking for at least 50 coal, or 50 coal ore, and probably about 100 iron, and some copper as well. Those are our basic starting resources that we'll be needing, along with some gold. As for most of the other manufactories, we'll need some gold ore, and for a lot of the electronics components we're going to need some gold ore. Looks like we've exhausted most of this vein here, so we'll just keep on going. Got plenty of copper right near the base, which is nice. Let's grab some more iron. We got our 50 coal. It's always nice to have some more, though. Lots and lots of iron in this vein here. So never gonna say no to more iron. We burn through it markedly fast. Yeah, we'll actually just get pretty much a full belt of iron here. And we'll swap our belts out. Yep. Got some nitrates. We don't really need that for the moment, so we'll just drop that. That'll evaporate. And keep going. That might really be all that there is here. A little bit more. Starting to get dark as well. Use too much of the jetpack, but we have a good amount of iron. Just a little bit more if we can. It's copper. As it becomes night, it's a lot harder to see the ores, so we'll actually head back, start smelting up some of this iron. A little bit more right here. Get our full belt. Get some concerning noises there. There we go. 50 coal or 56 coal, a full belt's worth of iron besides that. Drop our drill off. And start smelting this up. So to run our smelter, we'll put some coal into the solids generator around the side and start that up. That'll start to charge our batteries super quick. So we'll take advantage of the surplus power while we have it by running our arc furnace to smelt iron into iron bars. Additionally, we're going to grab the Oop, that's the flare gun. There's our battery out of here, and charge this up as well. I like using a large battery in the miner because it's just quite a bit more sustainable. Don't run out of power as fast. Easier to do a little bit larger mining expeditions with. So first block of iron. Toss in the next stack and store that in the auto lathe. Let's actually take a look. We want to make a electro print or an electronics printer. Need gold, copper, and iron. That's pretty much what we're gonna need for the electro print. The hydraulic pipe bender, and if we want to be fancy, the tool manufacturing. But we can probably wait on that one for now. Batteries are charging up. Take a quick look inside. Our potato hasn't grown a ton. Our tractor battery is still doing okay. Never actually played with this flare gun. I kind of want to see what it does. Shoot one up, does it just provides a pretty decent amount of light. That's pretty nice. That's new from last time I was playing this. Doesn't illuminate the ground super well, but in local area it definitely helps. I kinda like that. Nice little illumination flare. Keep on top of just feeding this. Our batteries are full, so we're gonna cut that out so we're not just wasting energy for now. It's a little stroby, which isn't great, but certainly helps see everything. Hopefully it doesn't light stuff on fire when it touches the ground. Reflective parachute, I guess. Very nice. Neat addition to the game. Always adding cool stuff, which is one of the reasons I love this. It's been in development for quite some time, but each new update adds plenty of interesting things. Figured it was as good of a game as I could get to start off recording with, and since I do genuinely quite enjoy it. Some iron frames left. Let's consolidate those. Iron walls left over. Iron sheets left over. Got plenty of iron walls, actually. And the battery charger, we can set this up over here. Some more smelting done. Oh, this thing lasts quite a while. How much coal do we have left? Yeah, just 15 left, so we'll top that off. But yeah, this solids generator is very powerful, but it chews through coal for sure. So you kind of want to be a little conservative. running it all the time. Turn these off. We don't have the stuff to make anything right now. And however, grab our iron frames and keep expanding our area a little bit, because we're going to need some space to put our additional tool benches.
Power low.
Tool belt, actually. Well, that's done. Let's go and mining it up again. And our last stack of iron. 300 grams of iron, which seems like a lot, but it goes pretty quick. Now we can grab our tool belt. Generally in the early game, you're building at night and mining during the day. Deconstruct the lander now, as we aren't going to be needing anything from this anymore. Along with our larger lander structure. Gave us some scrap, which we'll hold on to for now. We got a little bit extra storage. And let's do one more stack up this side. Put that in there. Probably do the center as well. Just a little building area. Let's put together our first few structures. Each of these up to phase 1. Alright. So we smelted up the ore we had. We have some iron. And we have a nice little platform now. It looks like the sun's about to come up. And get ready to go on our next little mining expedition.
Hunger caution.
Tool belt. Ignore the cautions for now. Because not super concerned. And we are going to need our miner along with our charged battery. Now we are going to need some of that copper and gold. Got plenty of copper right here. These are kind of the base resources we're going to need. Then once we get our furnace set up, the ever so dangerous furnace, we can get into some of the more advanced materials. Well, the basic advanced materials. Things like solder, steel, what we'll need to build our more sustainable power setup with some actual large batteries and some of that starting automation tools like logic readers and writers, which is really where this game opens up and you can do all kinds of interesting and fun things. Coal or some gold up here, not coal. We will need some more coal as well to smelt this up, though. I think we're going to be a little shy on power. In the early game, I tend to just rely on coal for power before setting up a more sustainable solar solution, but it tends to be pretty okay just off the start. Does mean a little more time mining, though, so maybe I'll focus a little bit more on some automatic solar. Looks like that might have been all for that gold vein. Complain about a little bit extra coal as well. You know what, let's try out one of these mining charges. Oh, I don't want to throw all three of them. Just grab one. Base it down. 10 seconds. Back up. I don't know how expensive those charges are, but they work to clear out a pretty good area. Probably should use it on a more dense ore location, like something over here, but definitely seems to be a pretty good way of taking care of that. Certainly a little more interesting. See if we can find another gold node, maybe near some other stuff, and we can try that again. Or maybe all this copper here. It's coal. See some shiny stuff. Looks like gold. We found gold. Not that it's terribly difficult. At least on this planet. Hasn't all been dug up already. Let's try out another one of these mining charges. Ooh, flipped through the world a little bit there. Up a bit of space, a little bit more of an exit tunnel, because I don't really want to be trapped down here with this thing. Drop it down. And let's get out of there. Far enough away, hopefully. That made a bit bigger of a hole. We got some silicon as well in this. And a nice large coal vein. Gonna say no to that. Out of here. Have the rest of this gold. Saw some more over here, so let's fill up the last of that, and then we can head back, because my suit is yelling at me about hydration. Fill up the rest of this stack of gold ore, head back, start these things smelting, drink up some water, and then we can build our other manufactories. Gold, a little over 100 copper should be enough to get us a nice start towards building out our base, kind of finishing up those basics. That's iron. I'll need more iron, but I don't have space for more iron at this moment. There we go. And where's home? I think it's over by this mountain over here. If we need to, we'll use our tracker. Yeah, there it is. Didn't go too far. And perfect timing too. The sun just went down, and we can smelt and build at night once again. Let's head inside to grab a bite to eat and a little bit to drink. Mobile. Turn that off to save some power for now. Finish off the rest of the cereal bar, and that should be fine for now. Ooh, our potato is starting to grow a little bit. It's getting there. Head back outside though for now. Alright. Let's get started with the smelting. Different ores have different smelting times. Do our quick to smelt things first, like the copper. Top off our coal supply up there. See how much is left. These take a little bit longer. So we are going to put our other assemblers, our electroprint, hydraulic pipe bender, and then probably tool manufacturing eventually down there. This will be where we put some storage. I mean, obviously we have some right now, but more, better storage in the future. perhaps move our solids generator somewhere a little bit more easy to get to. And maybe put some more solar panels up top. Finish off the wall over there. Perhaps get a base started. I'd like to, in this series, not just live out of this little greenhouse cube, but continue building out our area here. And build a actually somewhat nice base. Maybe even eventually have this room be sealed. Obviously not off the start. It's going to take a lot of oxygen and just other materials as well. But it is not a too far-fetched goal. While we're doing this smelting,
Power critical.
pretty soon we'll swap our batteries out here, charge this one up, charge up our suit battery, and get through the rest of the smelting. I'm probably going to cut that out because it's just going to be a lot of waiting for this furnace to finish. So, see you in a minute. Alright, well, we've smelted enough stuff on the jump. We still have some gold smelting here. I did gather a couple of extra resources, a little bit of extra coal and a little bit of silicon, but this gold should allow us to get started with building our other manufactories. Let's just toss the silicon in there while we have some extra surplus power. And kick on the auto lathe. First thing we're going to build is our electro printer. Electronics printer. This will let us build all those fun electrical components that will allow the automation of laborious tasks like running the arc furnace or turning on and off the generator. Some logic circuits are excellent ways of getting things to work automatically so that you don't have to manage them yourself.
Air tank low.
In addition, the other things on the survival priority list, I wish I had a board I could write on or something, but first thing is, now that we have a semi-stable supply of resources, we can go out and go mining. We have a ability to generate power both from the solar panel and the solids generator. Obviously, definitely could be improved, but it works for now. From there, we will need the ability to scale our food production. Our one potato is growing fairly well, but we'll want some more ability to grow things. We need gas processing. We need to be able to take these ices from around the planet, mine them, grind them up, filter them out, and turn them into their gas products, which we can then mix and use to produce more oxygen for our air tanks. We do have some more in the air tank there. We have a couple more recharges, but we don't want to get too close to empty there. And we'll also need a bit of a larger hab unit as our greenhouse is starting to get a little crowded. More storage, or better storage than just these boxes. They work to start, but man, they're kind of not that great. And from there, we should be pretty well set to scale pretty quickly. So we've got our electronics printer. Let's just stick this. I'm going to give myself plenty of space here because I want to do some automation with these later. Not necessarily automation, just simplification. And let's start working on our hydraulic pipe bender. This is what we use to make all of our tubing and pipes related supplies. Oh, one other thing is temperature control. This environment, especially with growing things in it, will start to heat up as the sun shines in it, radiates heat in. Even though it's fairly cold outside in Mars, well, it can get hot in there, and that can kill our plants. So we'll want to get some air conditioning or some other forms of just basic temperature control to cool that environment down. Get started. Alright, let's get our electroprint all set up. For that, we're going to need iron sheets, I believe, our welder. Last 4 cable coils for now. I'd have to grab the rest from inside. Plastic sheets. Okay, pull that off. And a screwdriver. There we go. Electronics printer is up and running. This is building our hydraulic pipe bender. Let's run in and grab our remaining cable coils. Check on our potato as well. It looks like it's doing pretty good. It's not quite fully grown yet, but getting closer. Yeah, we don't have that many cable coils left. Have to make some more of those. Top off on some water. Well, did it just finish? Hey, it just finished. Finished growing. We have 2 potatoes. We can leave it a little longer to let it seed. So I think that's what we're going to do, because we want to use that to grow more potatoes. Then we have our seeds that we can use as a kind of reserve. Oh, it's closed. Open that up. Drink some water. Put our helmet back up. Head back outside. Also, just for the pleasure of filming and watching, I'm sure everyone loves this nice little narrow helmet cam view, or the light view, but let's get some lights and walls set up so that we can actually see our assembly area a little bit better. Cables down. More cables. Power's still doing okay. Oh, we got our silicon made, and we got our hydraulic pipe bender. These are our kind of 3 core manufacturing buildings that will allow us to really scale up production and get our base properly started. Just the screwdriver. We do need some more cables to get that wired in. Can make those from the basic auto lathe. We could also use the electroprint, but since all my resources are in this right now, are pretty decent amount of iron, gold, copper, and silicon. That'll get us started. Bring this up. I think next time we'll get started on a more stable power solution. The large battery in the area power controller is not ideal. We waste a lot of energy from the combustion generator, and obviously it doesn't have that much storage, so we gotta kind of keep a close eye on it if we need our stuff to run. And I'd like to move it from off the roof to just not have it be such a pain to get up there. Maybe make a little power deck where we can put our power things off to the side a little bit. Restock on cable coils here. But we've got our 3 assembly machines, our Atlas print, our electroprint, and our autolathe. These are the basic versions. They can be upgraded to give us some more abilities and more blueprints to build. But for now, I think we've made some good progress. I guess to finish off, we'll just go check on our potato real quick, see if it's grown its seeds. But we are certainly one step closer to a sustainable setup here on Mars. And yet we're still going towards seeding. We'll let that go a little bit further, and while we're inside, we might as well refill that air tank. But from there, we've got food, we've got water, we've got the ability to expand. I think this is as good a time as any. Thank you all, and have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all next time.